guitar tutorial on the song In My Feelings by Drake. Now because the song doesn't have any guitars in it, I will be emulating the synth parts. First I'll go over the basic chords that you can play on the guitar, and then I'll go over ways that you can adjust them to make them do kind of like what the synth parts do in the song. This song is based off of two chords. The first chord is C# major, and the second chord is C minor. And to form the basic versions of these chords for C# major, you would normally put your pointer on the 5th string, 4th fret, and then you would use your ring or pinky to bar the 6th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Or you can split those into the different fingers, like middle, ring, and pinky for the 6th fret of 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. The way that I'm going to be doing it in this tutorial though is I'm going to add an F bass to that chord. So we're going to have to readjust this chord. And instead of barring with your ring finger, replace that with your pointer finger so that you can grab an F note on the 5th string, 8th fret. And the reason for that is so that we can reach some of these melodies that I was doing earlier in the intro of this tutorial. Okay, the second chord is the C minor chord, which I'll be playing the same way that you're all probably familiar with, and that's barring your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings. And then middle finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, pinky on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and then ring on the 5th fret of the 4th string. Okay, so we have these two chords, C sharp with an F bass, and C minor. And if you want to, if instead you want to stick with the normal bar chord with the pointer on the 4th fret, C sharp, that works as well. The only thing is you can't add the extra melodies, but if you just want a basic version to play the song, you can stick with those normal bar chords here. Okay, but moving on to the right hand technique. With your right hand, you're going to be delegating your thumb to the 5th string and your pointer to the 2nd string. So for both of those chords, go ahead and hit your thumb and pointer on the 5th string and 2nd string, same time. And you'll notice as you bring your pointer up on the 2nd string, you also get a little bit of that 3rd string and maybe the 4th string. Okay, now I'm going to go over the rhythm that is used in this song. So for those of you that are familiar with the 16th note counts, I'm going to be referring to those. And if you're not familiar with it, you can always use your ear. So with the C sharp chord, or the C sharp with an F bass, you're going to hit that on the 1. So 1. And then on the and of 2, you're going to go on to the C minor chord. So that's going to sound like this. 1 E and a 2 E and 3. So now I'll give a 4 count, so you can try that with me if you want to. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and 3. Okay, and then you're going to stay on that C minor chord, and your next thing you're going to hit that on is the 1 of the next measure. So 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And again, you're going to hit C minor on the and of 2. This time you're going to add another hit of C minor on the and of 3 and the E of 4. So slowly, this is what that's going to sound like. And you can play along if you wish. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. And you can rewind that if you want to work on those hits. So once you get the feeling of that rhythm, you can speed it up, and I'll do a little bit of a faster version now. So 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and that'll just keep repeating. Okay, next thing that you can add is you can add a little slap on beat 2 and beat 4. So what that'll sound like is 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So the slap will use your thumb, and you can also use your pointer slapping on the 5th and 2nd strings on your right hand. Okay, so a little bit faster. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. And then you can keep repeating that. So next, what I like to add is that little melody. So that's the. So first, to get used to that, that only happens on the C sharp chord. So you can bar your pointer onto the 6th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And then I like to use my pinky to grab that melody. And that's gonna land on the 2nd string, 8th fret. And then the pinky moves to the 9th fret on the next note. So just get used to that feeling there. Once you're used to that, put your ring finger back on. And your pinky is the only one that moves between that C sharp chord. And the rhythm that happens with that melody is a 1 E and a. Okay, and then you put that into the parts that we went over so far, and you have 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And then real time it'll sound like this: 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And for those of you that like to use a capo, there is a capo version of this too. So you would put your capo on the 6th fret, and that moves your C sharp chord up to a G shape. So for the G shape, for those of you that don't know, it's the ring finger on the 1st string, and that's going to end up on your 9th fret. And then your pointer will be on the 8th fret of the 5th string, and then middle on the 9th fret of the 6th string. Okay, so that's where your C sharp chord ends up, and then your C minor chord will end up as this shape. You have your pinky on the 8th fret of the 1st string, ring on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, middle on the 8th fret of the 3rd string, and your pointer on the 8th fret of the 6th string. So you have these two chords. And if you want to add that melody into it, that's going to be on the 8th fret of the 2nd string and the 9th fret of the 2nd string. So to do this along with the chord, you're going to have to sacrifice your pointer of the G shape. Okay, so just your middle finger is going to stay on from the G shape. You're going to put your pointer on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and you're going to use your ring finger to grab the 9th fret of the 2nd string, all while your middle finger is up on the 9th fret of the 6th string. So. You can go ahead and revisit the rhythms that I went over earlier for this melody part, and then you can add it to the song. So Feelings by Drake. If you have any questions or any requests, go ahead and comment below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.